if they go past that age, then of course it does become a more severe problem, because normally they lose the contacts, the roots, the family contacts all are affected. In Alan's case that hasn't happened, but that's what normally happens.
What time you go in the pub? Half 11 or 12?
Do what?
What time you go in the pub?
As soon as it opens. We're waiting long enough, everyone.
Alan is one of 8 children. There are 5 boys and 3 girls, and of them all, brother Jimmy is the closest and has been the most loyal. Now Alan is released, he will go to live with his father in a Halewood council house. His brothers and sisters have all left the family home, and Alan's mother died 15 years ago. For him and for brother Jimmy, it was a difficult period. When your mother died, that knocked him back. Is he just looking back and seeing things a bit differently to what they were?
I don't know, because I can't really think what happened at the time there, because I was away about a year before. Well, I got released. I was only in a preschool then. That was in 71. And I got released early because of that. And I think Alan was more sick than any of us, because I don't think he'd ever hardly seen me mum. So I don't really know how he took it.
He's missed out on quite a lot of things, like the things he could have done, and you know he's just missed his chances, like.
He got him with a bad crowd when he was younger. That's part of his trouble. Not that I can put it down to at the moment.
You're the elder brother, do you ever actually take him on one side and say anything to him?
No. He knows my feelings. I've told him many a time. I fell out with him many a time over it, not getting into trouble, but took a notice of me. Nothing I could do because, like I say, he lived his life, I lived mine. And I didn't really interfere. I didn't interfere in my life. But I tried to get him to go straight many a time. Like I've had him here, living here with me for a couple of weeks, but he never adjusted.
He just hasn't got any advantages. It's all disadvantages. He's been inside, he's got a bad record. He's got no trade or nothing like that. I think the only thing, the trade he has got really is mailbags. And that's saying a lot for him, like. But he keeps going on, if I want any jeans taken in or things like that, zips putting on, he can do it. Only because he's been doing it inside. But, you know, you don't learn nothing.
Like so many others on Merseyside, younger brother Robert has suffered long-term unemployment. He's currently contemplating a move south in search of work, but for 2 years he's been without a job, treating this allotment as a work substitute. Alan, too, is going to find time hanging heavily on his hands. With little prospect of employment, there won't even be the funds to finance a social life which for Alan has always been a constant temptation.
Well, like any fella, he likes to go out and enjoy himself, go to clubs, likes to go out with girls and that. Unless he spends the money on girls, he's not enjoying life. Like girls nowadays, they want money to spend, don't they? And he needs the money to spend on girls. The money I earn now goes back in the house, which is quite a lot different. Like if I was on circumstances, I'd be the same way as him, but he's never settled down in life. Well, years ago he did, he had a girlfriend years ago when he had the house and everything, and he's made up with it. And that fell through. And that really, I think the longest he would be out of prison now. But once he'd come out, and this girl let him down, he never adjusted again. But girls take him for mugs now, you know, he's got a few bob in his pocket, he's don't want to know him after that, once he gets put back in prison.
Before you went inside this last time, you had a relationship with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Nothing to tell. Just fell apart, that's all.
But who was she and where did you live?
I'm not mentioning no names. Mentioning no names. It was around here, like, it wasn't their fault. She didn't like me going thieving. Just like, she said to me all the time, just stop thieving, just, we'll manage the way things are. But soft ass me, like, wouldn't have it? You know what I mean?
But there you were, you had a woman, she had 4 children, you had almost a family life.
Mm-hmm.
You had everything that you've said that you want. and you went and blew it.
That's what I mean. That was my fault. It wasn't their fault.
But why did you blow it?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
It's a thieving, wasn't it? Just greed, more or less, wasn't it? But I mean, like I said, everything's got to come to an end, doesn't it?
But no, if that's what you wanted, if you wanted a woman and you wanted family, you had it.
But like you said before, it's Halewood, isn't it? It's not in Halewood, nothing to do in Halewood. You're bored, that's why you go out, that's why you're in the alehouse all the time, because nothing else to do up here. There's nothing for kids, nothing for no one up here. No work, no nothing. And just, you say find work now, do you? Just Liverpool's bad, but this Halewood bird's eye, isn't it? So it's murder. Well, yeah, the alehouse shuts at 10:30, apart from the weekends. What is to do?
What is there then in your life?
In my life?
Yeah.
Well, try and settle down. Find work if it's possible. If it's not possible in Liverpool, get away from Liverpool. There's only one thing that would keep me in Liverpool. That's only my dad. You know what I mean? He's getting on a bit. If he said to me, stay, don't go down south or don't move away, I'll stay with him.
As long as there is no woman in his life and no job to go to, Alan's only real activity is to visit the pub, often with his father George. Halewood grew up as Liverpool's Victorian terraces came down. There's not much Alan cares to do here, not much he could do if he wanted to, in an area high on unemployment but low on facilities. His days outside prison have rapidly become as routine as his days inside prison. Soon after his release, Alan is thinking of leaving the area and going to London, something to discuss on one of his occasional visits to his local probation officer, Jeff Winkles.
You are talking about the possibility of going south and earning a living and being totally independent. But the other thing which keeps coming through to me is the fact that you and your dad are very firmly linked together, that you feel very responsible for him and you want to look after him. Now, I don't know. You take him with you? Now, I've seen your dad, remember, over the last 10 years now, standing at his front gate and seeing everybody go by. And I've seen him at the Labour Club. You wouldn't get him away from Halewood now. What you've said to me in the past is that when you're living with somebody, you feel as though you want to contribute more, you want to give them more, you want to buy things for them, you want to be able to take people out and so on. And so when your money's run out and you can't do that, you then have to get money from somewhere in order to go on doing it. That's what you said to me.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. That's the way you think. That's the way you feel.
That's the way I felt.
But not now.
How long have you been out now?
Only since Monday. Was it 4 days?
What have you been doing all week?
Drinking. Some of them now, just getting back into things, you know. And it's a long way to go yet, though.
You look like you've had a few nights without sleep too.
I have a few more as well. I have. It's too hectic. Minimum now, you know, but settles down in a week or something.
It's probably the kind of people he's got in with all the time.
Yeah, but, like, it's worked for you, hasn't it? Like, since we've met and got married and all that, he's settled down smashing. Now, I think if Alan really tried, found somebody nice, settled down with them, and, you know, hopefully could get a job, like, I think he would, you know, because he must be fed up now by going back inside all the time.
You can never spend enough time outside with them, so the relationship hasn't really built up. It's only lasted a certain amount of time and he's been done for something and put in jail, so some of the girls, I'm not saying all of them, they haven't been bothered waiting for him, they just moved off the scene sort of thing, so when he comes out he's got to start from scratch again. And that's what it is all the time, really. He's got to start from scratch every time he comes through them gates. But you know, he knows that the family are here for him if he wants to get interest going with us sort of things, but we're on different levels really. We don't know what interests he likes. I'd like to say his interest's going to be now staying out of trouble and doing everything that comes into his mind, but it's an answer you can't really give. You can't give a yes or no to it, like it's just a maybe sort of thing.
He's a very gentle person, Alan. Very meek, get on with anyone. He's not violent. That's the thing about him, he's just a very meek person. But the trouble is he's too soft. He knows that.
Would you say that you felt very close to him?
In a way I am, yeah. I do. We don't seem to hit it off like we used to years ago. Like our families is split up and then they lose that bit of a family-ness, you know. But I still think the world of him, he knows that. But just that, the things he's done, he just annoys me more than anything else. There's nothing I can say, anyone can say can change him. In prison, will not change him either.
I think there is a couple of people who, if they want an easy touch, they'll give him a shout. So then it's up to Alan to say to them, piss off, I don't want to know sort of thing. I think when he learns to be able to say that, that's when he's going to be on a winning streak for himself. Because he's never refused anything, and well, as far as I've known him, he's never refused anything in the way of thieving. It's an embarrassing subject. My own brother's a burglar, things like that. I know a few people who've been burgled, and I know how bad they felt about it. So it's embarrassing for me, really, that I've got a brother who's a burglar, sort of thing. If it happened to me, I'd be as sick as a parrot. Have you been up the dole?
That's Wednesday, mate, from his own now.
Are you?
Yeah, just that was on the phone, 25th. So I should have come today.
Fingers are not tingling, are they?
With 10 fingers?
Yeah.
Why?
To get your hand in the pot, like. Are they?
No,
It's nice to hear it, like.
I like the way things are.
But just say, for instance, just say someone come, like someone you done jobs with. Say if they come to you and said you fancy at the weekend.
People have.
Have they?
No. I'm interested in them.
Two halves of lager when you're ready. Yeah.
2 weeks after his release, during a visit to a local pub, Alan got chatting to a 23-year-old called Susan. The relationship has grown quietly, but 5 months have now passed and Susan and Alan are still together.
So I was in the alehouse over here, another leather bottle. Got so-and-so one day. Just got talking, you know, then next thing you know, so-and-so on the gate here. That's it. Went for a drink and been together since.
And is this quite a serious relationship?
Yeah. It is, yeah. We've been together that long now, me and Soupy. It's a good girl.
Susan, what attracted you to Alan, a man who's just coming out of prison and who's spent most of the past 20 years in prison?
When I met him and that, he seemed nice, you know, a nice person. And just liked when I met him.
What would you feel if Alan did do something wrong and had to go back inside prison?
I don't know. I don't think I'd want to know if he started all that again, because it's that way. If you can't settle down with a man like that, who's in and out of prison and that, I just think I wouldn't want to know if he went back inside.
He did once say that women take him for a mug sometimes.
He might have done, you know, when he's been doing time and that, because he's been with women and that, and when he's done time and that, he's given them things and that. But I don't really know. You see, I didn't ask him about women who he's been with. But if we've got something, we just share it.
Do you think you'll stay together now?
Yeah.
Since Alan's release, his life here has been largely untroubled. There was one visit from the police in summer, and yesterday a rather nasty surprise for Alan.
So Alan, if you'll just tell us about what happened yesterday morning.
Well, I was out all night. Come in about 12 o'clock. The door was smashed in. Didn't know what was going on. Come in here, there's evidence on there, on the table here. Said they wanted, like, to search the house, looking at property, like video, jewellery, odds and ends. I mean, there's nobody in the house at all. They should never have done that. You know? If my dad would have been in bed, he would have had an heart attack. You know? But this has happened in July as well. In July, they come in, my dad was in, and searched the house, ransacked the house. So, no, they took out like my dad's tools. Nothing else, nothing in the house at all. Yesterday, they took nothing at all. Good nothing here. You know? So, I've been to see a solicitor yesterday. And like, they phoned me back today and he said, made an appointment for 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, to walk in with the solicitor, you know, in the police station. To get all this sorted out. I don't need all this. I mean, because you've been inside and you've got a record, everything that goes on around here, you've done it. I mean, think you're guilty straight away. You like to stand on, have you?
You're saying that in this case, you've done absolutely nothing?
Nothing whatsoever. But you can't tell the police this. I mean, if anything gets mentioned, you're guilty straight away if you've got a record. Remember years ago, this used to happen years ago, this. This used to get turned over every 2 weeks.
Perhaps it's the kind of mates you're hanging around with that's making...
Don't hang around with mates. We're there all the time. With Susan all the time. Don't bother with mates. If we go out, we go together.
I'm just wondering now that the nights are getting longer and the days are getting shorter and the clocks will be going back, that it's coming up to a dangerous time for you. Christmas, no money.
Well, they gave me 8 years last time for next to nothing, in my opinion. So, they got to give me the 8 years again, haven't they? You know, they give me 8 years, I got knocked down to 5 on the appeal. But I mean, I reckon they have to give me the 8 years again. Maybe save the papers on me. Could be end up with 10 years. Could end up with 10, you know. And that's only for burglary, there's no violence or nothing. So, I just can't afford it. I'm just going to sit around skins. Just do my own thing.
And you won't get itchy fingers when the nights are dark at 4?
Hopefully not, no. Well, my finger's nearly hanging off anyway, look. So, it doesn't bother me. Don't even enter my mind, no. Used to. Doesn't enter my mind, no. When I first came out the hospital, tell the truth, I mean, I was looking for money. I was scraping and scrounging. But I've given over that. I give over that now. So, I think the hard part's over.
Alan's meeting with the police was called off the following day, and he has now been free since March this year. Even without his prison record, his prospects of ever working again are bleak. The hard part for Alan is only just beginning.